lateral, superolateral of hemisphere. Okay, this hemisphere. Superolateral surface. Superolateral surface contains any lobe and sulcus. This is sulcus, central sulcus. Central sulcus, okay? Central sulcus, and another sulcus, precentral sulcus, and postcentral sulcus. Precentral sulcus, postcentral sulcus. Central sulcus, frontal lobe. Frontal lobe contains two sulcus, superior frontal sulcus, inferior frontal sulcus, superior frontal gyrus, medial frontal gyrus, and inferior frontal gyrus. Okay. And another gyrus, this part, temporal lobe. Temporal lobe, superior temporal sulcus, inferior temporal sulcus, superior temporal gyrus, middle temporal gyrus, inferior temporal gyrus. Okay, inferior temporal gyrus, middle and superior. And another sulcus, this parieto-occipital sulcus. Parieto-occipital sulcus, and this is sulcus, intraparietal sulcus. Intraparietal sulcus. Superior parietal gyrus, inferior parietal gyrus. Okay, inferior parietal gyrus, and inferior parietal gyrus. This is this one. Okay, no problem. This centralis, precentral, and postcentral. Central, precentral, and postcentral. This is sulcus, lateral sulcus. Centralis sulcus, precentralis sulcus, postcentralis sulcus, and lateral sulcus. Okay, lateral sulcus. Lateral sulcus, frontal lobe, temporal lobe, frontal lobe, parietal lobe, intraparietal sulcus. Intraparietal sulcus, superior parietal gyrus, inferior parietal gyrus. This gyrus, thank you. Yes. Okay. Intraparietal sulcus, superior parietal gyrus, inferior parietal gyrus. This is this gyrus, supramarginal gyrus, and the triangular gyrus. Angular, okay? Triangular gyrus. And another sulcus, parieto-occipital sulcus. And the parieto-occipital, this sulcus, calcarine sulcus. Between of the calcarine sulcus and parieto-occipital sulcus, this part, conus gyrus. What's the meaning, conus?
At the corner.
Okay. And the anterior part, preconus gyrus. Preconus gyrus. Again, parieto-occipital, calcarine, and between of the parieto-occipital sulcus and the calcarine sulcus, conus, anterior part, preconus. And another sulcus, this sulcus, cingulate sulcus. Cingulate sulcus. Okay, cingulate sulcus. This cingulate sulcus. This gyrus cingulate gyrus. This gyrus. Okay. Cingulate. Okay. This cingulate sulcus. Cingulate gyrus. Cingulate gyrus. And this part paracentral gyrus. Paracentral gyrus. This part paracentral gyrus. Medial frontal gyrus. Anterior medial frontal gyrus. And paracentral gyrus. Supplementary motor area, this part. And another part, inferior surface. Inferior surface, this one, lateral occipito temporalis sulcus. Occipito, occipital, occipito. Occipito temporal sulcus, another sulcus, collateral sulcus. Collateral sulcus. Collateral sulcus. Cingulate sulcus, cingulate gyrus, corpus callosum. This corpus callosum, rostrum, genome, body, splenium. Corpus callosum, rostrum, genome, body, splenium. And this is fornix. This part, septum placidum, choroid plexus. Septum placidum, choroid plexus, steria medullari thalami. Okay, steria medullari thalami. Hypnolar nucleus. Hypnolar nucleus, thalamus. Interthalamic adhesion. Hypothalamic sulcus. Monroe foramen. Anterior commissure. Posterior commissure. Lamina terminalis. Lamina terminalis. Optic canal.
क्या हो गया तुमको?
Optic canal again. Okay. Cingulate sulcus, cingulate gyrus. This one, corpus callosum, rostrum, genome, body, splenium. Septum placidum, fornix, choroid plexus. This one, steria medullari thalami, hypnolar nucleus. Thalamus, interthalamic adhesion, subthalamic fissure, hypothalamus. Monroe foramen, interventricular foramen, left and right, Monroe. And lamina terminalis, chiasma optique. Chiasma optique. Aqueduct sylvius. This part, third ventricle. Third ventricle. Aqueduct sulcus. Fourth ventricle. Superior colliculus and inferior colliculus. Tectum of midbrain, and this part tegmentum. Okay, and this sulcus parieto-occipital. Parietal-occipital, between parieto-occipital. Calcarine sulcus. Okay, calcarine sulcus.
This one.
Okay, and inferior surface of the brain. Inferior surface, occipito temporalis sulcus. Occipito temporalis sulcus. Collateral sulcus. Occipito lateral occipitotemporalis gyrus. Medial, occipitotemporalis gyrus. Parahippocampal gyrus. Parahippocampal gyrus, anterior end, flexion, the same of finger. Okay, flexion. This part, uncus. Uncus. Inter of uncus, which nucleus? Okay, amygdala. Again, okay, this sulcus lateral, occipitotemporalis sulcus, collateral sulcus, lateral occipitotemporalis gyrus, medial occipitotemporalis gyrus, and parahippocampal gyrus and uncus. Okay, anterior part. Orbital, anterior orbital sulcus, medial orbital sulcus, transverse orbital sulcus, anterior orbital gyrus, small, posterior orbital gyrus, lateral orbital gyrus, medial orbital gyrus, gyrus rectus, optic bulb, optic tract, olfactory bulb, olfactory tract, olfactory bulb, olfactory tract. Okay, no problem this part. Okay. And lateral central sulcus, pre-central sulcus, post-central sulcus, pre-central gyrus, post-central gyrus. Frontal, frontal lobe, superior frontal. This part, primary motor area, primary sensory area. Premotor, this part premotor. Primary motor, secondary motor, or premotor. Corresponding of 4 Brodmann area. Corresponding 6 Brodmann area. This part for prefrontal. Prefrontal contains 2 sulcus. Superior frontal sulcus, inferior frontal sulcus, superior frontal gyrus, middle frontal gyrus, inferior frontal gyrus, location of Broca pronunciation area. Okay, and another sulcus, this sulcus, another sulcus, lateral sulcus, supramarginal, lateral sulcus, supramarginal, and triangularis. Intraparietal sulcus, superior parietal gyrus, inferior parietal gyrus, and another sulcus, parieto-occipital sulcus. Parieto-occipital sulcus, this sulcus, parieto-occipital sulcus, and this sulcus, calcarine sulcus. Conus, preconus, and another temporal lobe, superior temporal gyrus sulcus, superior temporal sulcus, inferior temporal sulcus, superior temporal gyrus, middle temporal gyrus, inferior temporal gyrus. This one, fornix. Okay, fornix. Culmen, anterior culmen of fornix, anterior culmen of fornix, mammillary body. Mammillary body, this part, not this. This is this part, mammillary body, and nucleus. All of nucleus not good. Okay, this part, and another corpus callosum, rostrum, genome, body, splenium. Between of the fornix and corpus callosum, this one septum placidum. Septum placidum, fornix, Monroe foramen, thalamus, hypothalamic sulcus, hypothalamus, chiasmatic, optic, chiasmatic, stereomedullary, hypnolar nucleus, anterior commissure, posterior commissure, anterior commissure, posterior, anterior, this sulcus, singulate sulcus, singulate gyrus, parieto-occipital sulcus, calcarine sulcus. Between of the calcarine sulcus and parieto-occipital sulcus, conuus, this part preconuus, this part paracentral gyrus, this part supplementary area, medial frontal gyrus, and aqueductal cerebral anterior superior colliculus, inferior colliculus, third ventricle, fourth ventricle. Centralis sulcus, precentral sulcus, postcentral sulcus, precentral gyrus, postcentral gyrus, and this part primary prefrontal, this part premotor, prefrontal, and Broca, inferior, superior gyrus, middle gyrus, inferior gyrus, location of Broca, lateral sulcus, supramarginal gyrus, triangular gyrus, this part superior temporal gyrus, middle temporal gyrus, inferior temporal gyrus, conuus and preconuus. Conuus and preconuus. These are three anterior, cerebral artery, all of branches, supracallosal, this branch, callosomarginal branch, callosomarginal, precallosal, callosomarginal, precallosal, all of medial surface, blood supply by anterior, cerebellar artery, all of branches, until parieto-occipital, and 2.5 centimeters of superior lateral surface, blood supply by anterior. Okay, and this is artery, posterior cerebral artery, blood supply medial surface of occipital, inferior surface of occipital, lateral surface of occipital lobe, blood supply by posterior cerebral artery. Posterior cerebral artery branches bifurcation of basilar artery. Okay, and another artery, this artery, middle cerebral. middle cerebral artery, blood supply of the lateral surface of frontal lobe, superior and middle and inferior, and the olaf part of the lateral surface until 2.5
Superior.
and until parieto-occipital. Parieto-occipital, until parieto-occipital, blood supply by middle cerebral artery, middle cerebral artery. This artery, posterior, inferior, cerebellar artery, anterior, inferior, cerebellar artery, and this part superior cerebellar artery, superior cerebellar artery, branches from basilar, branches, this artery, middle cerebral artery, okay, anterior cerebral artery, and middle, give me the section. Okay, this section,
Cross section.
axial section or
Cross section.
cross section, axial section, cross section, okay, and the intermediate hemisphere, left and right, thalamus, okay, thalamus, caudate nucleus, ventricle, choroid plexus, thalamus, caudate nucleus, this one lentifor nucleus, this one internal capsule, thalamus, head of caudate nucleus, this one internal capsule, lentifor nucleus, this by external capsule, this one claustrum nucleus, extreme, and this one insula. Again, thalamus, head of caudate nucleus, between of the caudate nucleus and lentifor internal capsule, posterior limb, anterior limb of capsule, lentifor nucleus, external capsule, claustrum nucleus, extreme capsule, and insula lobe, lateral, medial till lateral. Thalamus, caudate, internal capsule, lentifor, external capsule, claustrum, extreme, and insula. Okay? And insula, sinuses, ethmoidal sinuses. Okay? Section of the cerebellum. Okay, finish. Okay, no problem. Okay. This one?
Final exam.
Corpus callosum. This one? This?
Singu.
Fornix. Okay. This one?
Posterior.
This one? This sulcus?
Center circus.
This sulcus? This sulcus? Okay.
Artery.
The same. Again. This part of corpus callosum,
The first one.
Something like, I don't know.
rostrum.
Rostrum.
This part,
I just know this part, body.
body. This genome, splenium. This part, this one.
Thalamus.
Thalamus.
This
Internal.
interthalamic
Interthalamus.
adhesion. This one.
Fornic.
Stereomedullary thalami. This one.
Optic.
Anterior commissure. This one. Posterior commissure. This one. This is
Fornix.
fornix.
Corners.
This septum, placidum. The same in example final.
Okay, thank you.